Hello everyone, it's Athrun Talan here, back with another episode of Retroberfest. This time we are going to be tackling Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Complete. A lovely little ROM hack which includes a number of improvements and features on the original game. To start with, we're going to be checking out the options. There's a couple of tweaks I want to make. Firstly, under the gameplay setting, we are going to set it to original design. I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. We're going to leave the rest of this stuff the same. The super controls are handy as multi-button. I'll explain those as we go along as well. And I'm pretty happy with the rest of the options, I think. Just double checking, zone music options, yeah, that's all fine. I'm going to change the super theme and have it to be fast zone special, or fast zone music. The big problem with Sonic, as with Super Sonic in this one again, was terrible music. And again, it wasn't until Sonic Mania that they got it right. We're going to be launching in. And heading for one player. Now, you might notice there, I have got all the emeralds and played through a certain area of it. Unfortunately, my last recording messed up a little bit. For whatever reason, the microphone wasn't recording properly. Let that be a lesson, kiddies. Always check your setup before you start, even if nothing's changed. So I'm going to be going through the first hour or so again, which isn't too bad. I mean, it will help me remember, and doing it before should, having done it recently, should make it pretty easy. First things first, we're going to be obviously Angel Island. Quite liked this zone as an intro back in the day. It's got a jungle zone vibe from Sonic 1 on the Master System. The music is quite good, as is most of the music in this game. There's a reason Sonic 3, well, there are a few reasons Sonic 3 and Knuckles is one of my favourite Sonic games ever. And I quite like the aesthetic, as I say. First giant ring is down here. Shouldn't be too bad. The early ones are fairly easy. It's when they get a little bit later on that we got to worry about it. And we'll see how we do. I'm not going to be talking too much while I'll be doing these because it's quite difficult to concentrate on both. And it is very much a case of one wrong move and you'll be done. Once again, I'm going to be save scumming these, so if I don't get the emerald, I'm going to be reloading it and doing it again. I'll try and cut out some of the failed attempts at least, depending on how well they go. And as you can probably tell, I'm going to aim for a perfect on this one. Whether I do it or not will be another matter. But it's looking reasonably positive so far. Grab the rest of these rings, and perfect, there we go. Now I just have to get those last 4 spheres without messing up. Great, all done. So that is our first emerald. 1 down, 6 to go. If I can hit all the rings, I should be able to do it either by the end of Hydrocity Zone, Megamind reference, or the beginning of Marble Garden. Marble Garden is kind of a bit nuts when it goes for the giant rings. There's a lot of them. There's like 3 within the space of about a minute. It's kind of insane. But we are back on Angel Island and heading forward. Now, I mentioned earlier on I'm going to be going for the original order of the zones. Those who you might have seen the level select menu on Sonic 3, which I know is a bit of a pain in the ass to get to, will notice that in the original order, Flying Battery Zone came in this game, post Carnival Night Zone. So that is what we're going to hopefully replicate. It's going to be quite nice to see how they fit it into the zone order, and what changes they make to accommodate it. We shall see. It does also mean that the Knuckles portion, and Knuckles portion in this game is going to be a little bit shorter, but we'll see how we do. We should still have enough time to get all the emeralds, all being well. Just isn't possible to kill that guy right there and then. Probably should have gone with the gumball machine there, but never mind. Try and get this second giant ring. There we go, that's the second and last one on this act. Our next ones turn out to be on Act 2. And there's another 2 on the act. Blue Sphere Zone. I quite like the Blue Sphere Zone. I know a lot of people hate it. A lot of people weren't pleased to see it back in Sonic Mania. I was really happy to see it back. I'm not very good at it, but I love the idea of it. I prefer it a lot more over the Sonic 2 half-pipe stage, which is quite a common one depending on the game you play. Sonic 3D Blast, I believe, has it. Some of the Sonic Advance games have it, possibly. Been a while since I played them, but I know there are a few. And I was never a fan of it. This one, though, once you get the hang of it, it's quite cool. And I've always liked the setup. There are a few that are a bit of a pain to deal with, but I'm sure we'll get there. Of course, finding the blue spheres at the moment seems to be the main problem. Let's go backwards and go right. 64 left to go. I want to leave that one to last because, if all goes well, that will be our perfect. Try and get these rings. 40 more to go. A few left to do. I think that means we can go back and get ourselves our perfect. Yep, great. I think it's this way. Maybe not. It's around somewhere. Somewhere around here. Fortunately, I think it's as fast as it's going to get. Let's go back and try left. Where is it? God damn it, where is it? There it is. And there we go. Second special stage complete, second perfect. This particular game is probably going to have to be done in 3 episodes, possibly 2, depending on how well I progress. But there's a lot of work to do, so it wouldn't surprise me if I have to break it down into 3 episodes to keep it watchable. We'll see. Another continue, great. And we'll head into Angel Island Act 1 again. So it's just going to be a case now of getting to the end of the game. Ooh, love the insta-shield in this game. It makes a lot of the encounters quite easy. Possibly too much so in some sense. And I love the lightning shield. Lightning shield was always my favourite in this game. I love the double jump, and I love the ability to just attract rings to you. It's great if you can grab one of those when you're supersonic. It's pretty much a win. But I'm going to be changing it up for the fire shield because we've got the boss coming up, and he is fire based. And piece of piss. I wasn't a big fan of the fire shield's ability. It was far too easy to screw yourself over. Water shield, good. I like the jump. I like the double jump, and of course the ability to breathe underwater is greatly welcome. And into Act 2. There's a number of other reasons I was a big fan of this game, as we hop into another special stage. This one shouldn't be too bad. This one looks a lot more complicated than it is. However, I still don't want to screw it up if I can avoid it. And if memory serves, if I want to get it perfect on this one, I'm going to have to make quite a difficult jump at the end. So we'll see how that goes for us. Doesn't matter too much if we don't get it, but it would be quite nice. This was 22. Now the question is... No, damn, that's not what I wanted to do. Don't know if I can get back now. Let's try. Yep, great, okay. I'm gonna have to try this again. There we go. Lovely stuff. Third emerald, third perfect. I'm pretty sure the next one is where the perfect run will end, but it's nice to get. I don't actually think I've done a perfect on that one before, so it's quite nice. I'll just wait for the score to count up, and our next continue. Yeah, there's a lot of things I like about Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It has more of a story structure to it. There are some great transitions between levels, and just the movement between zones is great fun. The zones themselves are pretty varied and enjoyable. I say pretty varied and enjoyable for the most part, with some exceptions. I'm looking at Casino Night Zone. I was never a not Casino Night Zone, Carnival Night Zone. I was never a fan. How the hell did I avoid hitting the spikes there? I'm going the wrong way. That's not the way I want to go. Let's try going back again, shall we? Yeah, I was never a fan of Carnival Night Zone. I will elaborate a little bit more when we get there. But now, we're just going to crack on through. To try and remember where the special stages are. I think the last one is actually towards the end of this level. Ah. This run is not going quite as smoothly as my previous one, it has to be said, which is kind of disappointing. Still, I can work around it. And there is a special, there's an extra life down there, I don't need it, but there is one there. And I want to go down here. Because the last, there we go, the last ring in this level is found right there. And yeah, this is pretty much where my perfect streak will end. I am not a fan of this layout, I never have been. It's a real pain in the ass to work with. Still, we'll do our best. Or I'll do my best, I suppose. You guys are watching and hopefully enjoying. We shall see. Uh-oh. Okay, crisis averted. Really need to be getting all the rings, but it's fun nonetheless. Yeah, screwed myself over. Oh well, I could have done that actually if I'd thought about it a little more. I didn't realise there were quite that many blue spheres in that section. I thought we'd have to do one or two more. Never mind. Job's a good one. 4 emeralds down, 3 to go. This first stage is to get out of this water and up the waterfall. Go. Nearly there. Another water shield, don't need it, but hey, we'll grab it anyway. What we're going to be aiming for is right there. Fire shield. Going to be useful against the boss. Once again. And we're going to be a whole 3 rings short of an extra life. Not that we're kind of that short of them already, We're already up to 9. In some ways, this game felt a little bit easier than the earlier Sonics. Now, this little flying machine, what is it? It's not the flying battery zone. It's the wrong aesthetic. It doesn't look right, it doesn't use the right technology, colours are all wrong, but you never see it again. What is it? What is it? Don't know. Anyway, boss time. It's a long build up to this boss. It's always a pain in the ass if you lose a life. And it's a fairly easy first boss to start with. Just kind of getting you interested or introduced to the mechanics. There we go. Easy. Really, really, really easy. And we'll just wait for this to come down before we can hit it. Our first level is complete. Our first zone is complete. And we're about to see some more Knuckles dickery. God damn you, Knuckles. Aim it over to the left hand side here so we can get some rings and hopefully spin boost across. There is another section of the level on the right above us. We cannot get to it without tails, which is a shame because it would be quite useful. It makes a bit of an easier route to one or two of the giant rings in this level. But we can do without it. It's fine, we're not that desperate for it. Aiming for this, there we go, save us from drowning. It's also worth being careful over there because, as I was going to say, there is a... I can't crouch, huh? But this is weird, I actually cannot move, I cannot jump. Haha, this isn't good. I actually can't spin dash or anything. There we go. That's annoying, I was hoping to keep that water shield. I don't remember that happening before. I know they grab onto you and drain your rings, but I didn't think they stopped you from jumping. Bit of a pain, never mind. And Hydro City, yeah, I'm a big fan of this zone. I love it. It feels like the first time the Sonic team got a water level right. It's fast, it's frantic, it's fun. Plus you have Sonic running on water. What's not to like? Plus some great music. Some just absolutely great music. The retread for Sonic Mania is also pretty good. With quite a good second boss actually. The Eggomatic sort of water-based one. I'm screwing up my words. Let me just think about this for a minute. Yeah, the sort of chase scene in Hydro City Act 2 at the end is quite a cool boss. I don't want to get rid of my shield, but I don't think we're going to have much of a choice. So I've got to go down the water unless I can somehow go backwards and avoid it. Those blasters are useless badniks. If you've got a shield, you're pretty much okay. You're not going to run into problems. Don't know if I can get across here or not. Yeah, I can. Great. I'm actually kind of doing this zone a little bit different. I haven't done it with the lightning shield before. So it makes things a little bit more interesting, perhaps. Wow. Ooh, God, until I screw up and seem to be able to get up there, which is annoying. Wonder if there's another way. No, it doesn't look like it. I can do it here. Nope. Just don't quite have the speed for it. That's a shame. Oh well. We'll move onwards instead. If I hadn't screwed that up, I might have been able to do it, but hey. Remember I said they were the most useless bad guys? Yeah, that didn't really work out for me, did it? If you've got any sort of shield, they're no threat at all, but if you don't, apparently you're just going to fail horribly. Or rather, I'm going to fail horribly. You guys will probably do better. In every level there is some form of mechanic that I'm not a fan of. The fans in this one are that in Hydro City Zone. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. Terrible jokes. I don't like them very much. The fans, not the jokes. I love terrible puns. My girlfriend despairs horribly. Anyway, next special stage. Don't like the colour palette on this one. That's kind of all I've got to say to start with. I don't remember how difficult this one is. And like the others, we're going to try and perfect it. No biggie if I don't. I'm not really that bothered, but it's quite nice. It's a challenge. It's a little challenge. I say like the others, I've obviously screwed up on one already. What we're aiming for is to have 4 left. Now, if my maths is right, there should be a set of 9 out there somewhere, followed by the last 4. Go back and try going left. Maybe. No, this is the last set. I don't need to be here yet. There we are, there they are. And there's our perfect. Ooh, there we go. There's our last one. And another long total count up. And 5 down, 2 to go. And another continue, of course. Two to go means that if we can hit the 2 emeralds in the last zone, we should be able to do this without too many problems. Time will tell. And our next boss. This guy was remixed in Sonic Mania as well, as actually part of that Act 2 boss. I wasn't a massive fan of him. In either run through, actually. Still. Ah, nuts. I was hoping to be able to kill him in time there before we ended up going for a bit of a machine wash. There we go. Just the 1 hit left. So, that puts us on to Act 2, and this is the first major difference between Sonic 3 Complete and Sonic Knuckles. They changed the layout of the wall run that we're about to do ever so slightly. So where there used to be an extra life, there's now a spring, which I think is there in Sonic 3, but they changed it for Sonic and Knuckles. That should make things a little bit more challenging. He says, hitting said spring. Shouldn't be too bad, we should be able to do this now. I'm using a lot of shoulds. Take it slow and careful. This part actually terrified me when I was a kid. I found it really, really difficult to do. This, you know, nowadays, not a problem, easy peasy. But back in the day, I panicked a little bit. It's also worth pointing out, I was a bit of a cheat back in the days. I spent quite a long time trying to get the level select code working for Sonic 3, which anybody who's tried it will know it's a real dick. Requires precise timing, frame perfect timing in some cases. Yeah, it took me, I think the first time I tried it, it took me about half an hour to get it working. It was the only way I could see some of the later stages, so, you know. Don't need to use it nowadays, but as I say, if you've seen the level select stage, you will know that Flying Battery Zone was originally before Ice Cap Zone, and it was a door of Flying Battery Zone that you would use to snowboard at the beginning of Ice Cap Zone. It wasn't an actual snowboard. We'll find out a bit more about that when we get there. Looking forward to seeing the new and improved, well, tweaked zone order. And see what I mean? This level is just so much faster. It's fun. There are some sections I don't like, but the pipes, the running across water, the music, it's great. It's a good level. How fast is that in comparison to Labyrinth Zone or Aquatic Ruin Zone? So much smoother. Okay, next. Very blue looking zone. And a bit difficult to do. It's not too bad, but you've got to do some planning for this one. Which I was never really very good at. Still, we will do our best. Go for the main sections first, which will get us all of the, or a decent chunk of the rings, and probably most of the blue spheres as well. It is possible to jump 2 separate spheres, or 2 spheres at the same time, so we might be putting that to use. There we go, that's all of the rings, so it's literally now a case of running back through and picking up all of the blue spheres, while trying not to screw it up massively. See how well that goes for us. Go right. If I've timed that right, we should be able to go right again. See what I mean? You can jump 2 sections. Beautiful. Another perfect. So, we've got 6 out of the 7 emeralds, and 5 out of the 7 of those runs were perfect. Quite nice. Quite nice. The Sonic and Knuckles ones are a lot more challenging. A lot more challenging. We'll see those when we get there, of course. And our, what, 5th? 6th continue? 6th continue, gotta be 6. Which means we just need one more. Which is a little bit further into the level. This was my least favourite mechanic of Act 2, those spinny tops. There's a section where you have to go up through some spikes, and it's a bit of a pain. I'm not a fan of it. It slows things down a little bit. Screwed up when you jump there, that's a shame. We will try and go back and get in the Gumball stage. Was never very good at this, but without Tails around, at least I won't be screwing up, or at least won't be losing the bumpers too quickly. Yeah, because lightning shields and fire shields are going to work in this. Come on. Uh-oh. Give me a water shield. That's not helpful. No, I screwed this up. Shame. Well, not screwed it up, just didn't get the power-up that I wanted. It's another shield, I guess, but I would have preferred a water shield. This is the bit I was talking about. Having to climb up these things while while dying horribly due to a mistimed jump. What a pillock. Oh well. We're doing this again then. And hopefully not screwing it up this time round. Although I've messed it up a little bit already. Not so great. kill that thing off. The insta-shield, I don't know if you guys have watched a lot of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles speed runs, but the insta-shield is like vital in hitting some of them to avoid the majority of things that would hit you. And here we go, last emeralds. Oh god, I hate this layout. I hate this layout so much. This is going to be our other failed perfect. Almost certainly. Although to be honest with you, so long as we get it, I'm fine with that. Requires a little bit of concentration, so I'm not going to be talking too much now. Whew. Just have to track down those last spheres again. 4 to go. Where did I leave those? Oh, seriously, where are they? Actually, I've got an idea. Might be over here somewhere. There they are. 7 emeralds, 6 perfects. That's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. I would have liked a full set, but hey, can't have everything, I guess. We've got more than enough continues to see us through to the end of the game. Hopefully we won't need any at all, but you never know. Never know. And another improvement for the Sonic 3 complete section. Your, well, we'll see it in a minute. Hopefully. There is a slight change when it comes to going supersonic. Instead of double jumping, you now have to jump and then press 2 of the jump buttons at the same time. Not only does this give you a little bit more control over when you want to go supersonic, but it also gives you the opportunity of, oh god, it's the magnet stage. It also gives you the opportunity to still use your special ability, your special shield, without having to worry about going supersonic. I'm not very good at this stage. You will have probably found this out from my Sonic 3, Sonic Mania playthrough with P Green Joe, because they recycled this mechanic for, what was it, for Titanic Monarch Zone, and I was never very good at it then either. But the important thing is I got the emeralds that I wanted, so without further ado, jump and supersonic. Plus, it means you get to keep the lovely, lovely boss music intact. And there we go. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, it means you can still use your insta-shield as well, you don't have to worry about that. So, big fan of that change. Small tweak, big improvement. And into Marble Garden Zone. Can't say I was a massive fan of this level. The music's not bad. But overall the zone is a bit meh. Colour palette's nice. But the thing it does have is a crazy amount of rings and a crazy amount of giant rings too, as we will soon see. Oh, one more slight tweak for Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 Complete Collection. You can now get away with coming out of Supersonic. Observe. Supersonic. No more Supersonic. It's nice. It's a great little improvement. That's one of the reasons I wasn't a fan of this level. It kind of recycles the boss from Mystic Cave Zone. Which, I don't know, it's alright, I guess. But yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of the next one, actually, thinking about it either. Carnival Night Zone is a bit dull. Ooh. Not only is it retread of Casino Night Zone, which is much more superior. I'm sure there's like a special stage around here somewhere. Yeah, which is much superior. But it goes on too long and it's far too dull. Oh, and it has a water section. Yeah, because water sections were apparently needed in a casino. Go figure. Anyway, I'm going to go Supersonic. Why the hell not? I've got 160 rings nearly. I should maybe put them to use. Plus, Supersonic just looks cooler. His crouch animation in this one is cool as well. Observe. It's like Usain Bolt at the start of a race. It's just cool. Speaking of which, I heard something on the radio the other day. I don't know if you guys know. Usain Bolt has joined a professional football team in Australia. He scored 2 goals off his first match, which is pretty cool. Apparently he's as good at football as he is at sprinting. Go figure. It's nice that he's found something to do life after a professional sprinter as well. Damn, that's not what I would have wanted if I could have avoided it, but never mind, we've got it now. It's not like we're short of rings. So I said about every zone having a mechanic I don't like. Mechanic in this one being those damn spinny tops. They are an annoyance. Not fun in any way, shape or form. There are some great challenging bosses in this game as well. The water boss in Hydro City would have been challenging if I hadn't gotten Supersonic already. And the boss at this level is actually a little bit on the challenging side. Most bosses not going to be much of a problem now that I've gone super. Damn it. I really need to remember to keep that spinning top until we get to the bottom. Oh well. I'll go the other way instead. I have no idea where I'm going now. This way, apparently. Yeah, the boss in this game was, or this zone was at least a little bit challenging. Requires Tails' help. But as I say, this one, this first act was basically just a retread of Mystic Cave Zone, and not very good. I suppose he was only a mini-boss, but still. It would have been nice to have something a bit more challenging. And we're going to be going straight into Act 2, which has Robotnik trashing the place. He's good at it. Hydro City, he plants bombs. Well, in Sonic Mania he plants bombs. In fact, we should have the first appearance of him right about now. Of course, the other thing is he changes the layout of the level just slightly, so it forces you to have to adapt. If you're quick, you might be able to get through there. I'm not sure if it is possible or if it's a Knuckles-only thing. But now we're going to be dealing with spinny tops and more crushers. Had a few weird things with the crushers where even in mid-air, they will actually kill me. So I try and kind of avoid even the spikes on them. It's very strange. I like the idea of the spike enemies in this level though, the ones that act as springboards if you jump on top of them. It was a great little environmental trap you had to be aware of. And another example of Robotnik building his Badniks with defense systems. In this case, you couldn't jump on it to kill it, you had to spin dash it from the side. Ah, always get caught out by that thing. Always. Never mind. In fact, there are a lot of those in this game. Look at the these things, the porcupines. For a lot of the time, they have spikes on them. Can't kill them. They are pretty much invincible when they have the spikes. I may drop out Supersonic here, we'll see. See how we go on. Can I go through there? No, I can't. That's a shame. And it's not like I need the box, but hey. There we go, go through here. And the first of the weird eyeball mask things. No, I don't actually need that. I can just blast through it. Supersonic can do anything. Well, almost anything. Can't breathe underwater or anything like that, but hey. I think Hypersonic can do that though, once you've gotten all of the emeralds, including the Master Emeralds. That's the other reason I don't like going Supersonic in this level or in this game and losing the music in favour of an invincibility theme instead. The music in this game is just brilliant. Marble Garden not so much, but most of them are great tracks and well worth it. Gonna just drop out I think for now. However, if I need it, I will go Supersonic again. Pretty sure this is Robotnik again. And this is where things get a little trickier. He sticks around with the level so much there's basically an entire shift which you have to... Whoa, Christ, I thought I was dead then. I didn't realise there was a crusher there. Which you have to be relatively quick to avoid being crushed or stuck in an area that you can't get out of. He says, doing horribly at this. Jesus. Wow, that was close. That was very, very close. I'm gonna just... there we go. I can go Supersonic now. I just wanted the extra accuracy of not worrying about it for a little bit. Makes certain jumps harder, I know. Certain jumps easier as well. 5, 6, 7, 9. I'm pretty sure it's not possible to defeat Robotnik until you get him into the air. And here's where Tails comes to hand. There we go. Only takes one hit. I'd already done the damage. And we are on to Carnival Night Zone, and I think Carnival Night Zone, as I've said, is probably my least favourite of all of the zones. At least the transition's pretty cool. They put some thought into the splitting between the levels. So, I don't really know what to say about Carnival Night Zone other than it sucks. It's colourful, sure. It's snazzy. The music's not bad. But there's just so much to dislike about this zone. I don't know. The Badniks, for one. The Badniks are a waste of time. The shell ones remind me of a reskin of ones from Casino Night Zone. And the bats remind me of a reskin of ones from Mystic Cave Zone. The barrels, oh, the infamous barrels. Nobody likes those barrels. And if you do, you're lying through your teeth. Those spinny sections that we've just gone through there. The the tires. I hate the zone. I hate the zone so much. So, not got a great deal of good things to say about this zone. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. In Sonic 3, at least it has the fortune of being able to lead you into Ice Cap Zone. In this version, it's going to be a little bit different. And I think looking at my current timer, I'm going to have just enough time to get you through this zone and into the next before we take a quick break. That is not something I needed. I probably could have done without that. Quite screw it. Let's see how quickly we can make this zone end. It's a pale imitation. It's a pale imitation of Casino Night Zone. It really is. Thinking back on it, it's actually not something I've ever liked. It's not something I grew to dislike over time, I just have never really liked it. I don't know. Still, I'm interested to get your thoughts. I'm interested to hear if you can change my mind. Another giant ring. And whether you prefer this over Casino Night Zone, or whether it's the other way around. I'm curious to hear. So, yeah, send me a message. And Joe, if you're watching this, I'd like your thoughts as well. We've never really talked about Carnival Night Zone. So yeah, I'd like your thoughts. I'm pushing ahead as quick as I can with this. Ah, that was handy. Didn't even know that was there. Extra 50 rings, always appreciated. That's the other thing I quite like about this, about the supersonic mechanic. Once you've gotten all of the rings, you can quite happily go supersonic, so long as you can find yourself a gold ring. Alright, one thing to like. I quite like Sonic's animations while he's supersonic and in the barrel, and on the barrel. That's it. That's my one good thing about this level. Even this boss sucks. They recycled the mechanic for Press Garden Zone, and it was a damn sight better. In essence, this one boils down to bounce it into itself. And do it as a time limit, because if he hits enough of these blocks, you're going straight down. Man, that's annoying. I should probably stop. Ah, excellent. Except there's a water section coming up. That was stupid of me. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. And there goes my shield. Man, I hate this stage. Well, I suppose that's a cool concept as well. The using balloons to get your air bubbles. Just get out of here, hopefully. Yeah, good. Up through here into, yay, another bouncy section. It's rare for me not to find something I like about a zone. I don't know what it is about this one that I've just always disliked. Well, I mean, aside from the reasons I've already given you, and this stupid floating platform. Almost just seems designed to cause you trouble. Nice. But now I'm back here again. At least I've got a water shield this time, I suppose. And to avoid losing it, I'm gonna... There we go, do that. Try and avoid getting crushed. You, there we go, I'm coming back for you. I mean, who thought this was a really good mode of transport? I just, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I hate this level so much. There's a cool transition at the end, I suppose, as well with the cannon, but I'm gonna have to come out of Supersonic, otherwise I'm gonna run out of rings. That cannon transition took me too long. Plus, oh yeah, the barrel section in this level. How could we forget the barrel section? They at least give you a bit of a hint early, I suppose, with the these barrels here. But they are just, yeah. Can I jump up there? Yes, yes I can. I wonder if I can use that to skip ahead. Right. I was going to say, I wonder if there's another ring in there. That's another extra life. That puts me up to 19. That's insane. And another Knuckles dickery moment. Except, well, he does two things, I suppose. One is he turns the power off. Two is that he starts flooding the city. Yeah. So, there's that. I'm sorry, I really want to talk good things about this zone, but there just isn't anything else coming to mind. So, I'm just going to focus on getting through it as quickly as possible, if you guys don't mind. I'm looking forward to the next stage. The next stage, of course, hopefully being Flying Battery Zone, if the zone orders worked properly. Followed by Ice Cap Zone, possibly the most remixed zone in the entire game. Look, it's teaching you the mechanic. Look, you need to do this. It's like everything in this zone's designed to be an annoyance. It's like a real casino. So I suppose in that sort of sense they've succeeded. Maybe. I don't know. This is getting tiresome. 5 minutes into the zone and we're not done yet. That's what I mean. This zone goes on far too damn long. Right, screw it. Oh, how did that happen? I didn't even stand on top of the barrel. Oh, no. God damn it. Have I mentioned I'm not a fan of this level? I don't think it's come up. Okay, I'm going to just sort of stay calm and take a few deep breaths and hopefully get through this quite quickly. Try to, anyway. Pick up the rings that I can. Not get crushed. Well, at least I got through that section faster, even if I did get hit with the spikes. I want to get off here. Come on. There we go. Like I said, everything in this level design just seems to be to annoy you. Still, we gotta get through it. Once we got through it, we don't have to come back. What's worse is I've already done this level once with my first recording. Try and avoid those. And then we should get a button soon which will allow us to, oops, wrong way. No, actually no, that'll work. I can work with that. We should get a button soon which will turn the lights back on. Nothing else. There it is. Which is, I suppose, purposely impossible to hit. Six minutes in. And here we go. The barrel. Stumped many a player back in the day. Many a player. Including myself, I have to be honest. There we go, don't want to hit that again. You can understand from hearing that short snippet of the invincibility theme why I wouldn't want it as the Supersonic theme. It's not awful, but it's very, very repetitive, very, very quickly. It doesn't have much of a transition to it. I'm pretty sure there is a ring up there. I failed to get it, never mind. We're looking at 7 minutes on the timer. This is longer than it took me to complete the level last time around. But we are almost there. In fact, I think we are there. Got our missing life back. Another Knuckles Dickory moment. And here we go, Supersonic. For the boss. There we go. Killing him apparently destroys the random sphere as well. Never mind. Hey. Jobs are good. So we are going to head into the next level through the transition, and then we are going to take a break and return for the second half of Sonic 3 Complete. And there's Flying Battery Zone hanging overhead. Here we go.